Hi, my name is Joe Hunter, and I'm here at the Jill and Tommy LiPuma Center for Creative Arts at Cuyahoga Community College. And I'm here with the Tommy LiPuma bobblehead. I've been teaching at this college since 1997. So when I started here, this beautiful facility was just a dream. And we had a little wooden model of it for many years. But so to see it actually come to reality has been an amazing experience for me personally. I first became aware of Tommy LiPuma in about 1976, 1977, around there. I was in high school in Cleveland Heights, and a George Benson record came out called Breezing. And this record was a smash, and we all were completely crazy about it. I was in a band with other high school students at the time, and we just listened to this record all the time. We transcribed many of the tunes off of it. Of course, everybody at that time was playing Masquerade, which I found out later was written by Tommy's good friend Leon Russell, and Affirmation and several other tunes on that. But we listened to this record all the time. It had a huge impact on us. And of course, those were days of vinyl and records, so I read everything, everything that was on the record. And that's when I became aware of his name, Tommy LiPuma, the producer. I had no idea that there was any type of Cleveland connection whatsoever. But I was just very, very impacted by this record. And then, of course, you know, as the years went by, I became more and more aware of, kept seeing his name and realized this guy was a major giant in the record industry. Still no idea that he was from Cleveland. Fast forward several years to about 2000, there was a kind of a swing revival in the United States, and here in Cleveland I was part of a very good swing group called the Dukes of Whale, and the drummer in that band was a guy named Tommy Edwards. And Tommy Edwards was a very good friend of Tommy LiPuma's in the 1950s, and he used to tell us these incredible stories about the fun that they would have as 20-year-old men would be having in the playing gigs and hanging out at the Roxy and all kinds of other crazy shenanigans that they were getting into. And so a few years after that, when Terry Pontremoli and Jerry Sue Thornton and Dominic Farinacci were cultivating this relationship with Tommy, and he started coming into town, I was introduced to him, and I mentioned Tommy Edwards, and Tommy LiPuma was so excited. So I was able to give him Tommy Edwards' number, and the two of them reconnected. So I always was very, happy that I had some kind of personal connection with this gentleman who I knew was a giant in the music industry. And a few years after that, when he started coming around and he would start to oversee some of the recordings that were going on here, I remember one day being in the studio with Tommy. We were cutting rhythm tracks for a jazz vocal group here at the college. And of course, Tommy always sat in the room with the musicians, not in the booth with the engineers. So we were between takes. Tommy turned to me and he said, "So did Tommy Edwards ever tell you any stories about the stuff we got into back in the 50s?" And I looked at him and I said, "Yeah, he sure did." And that great smile, ear to ear, that was really a fun experience for me. Of course, his contribution to this college, I mean, not only the generous gift that he and his wife bestowed upon this school, but I think more importantly is his belief in what's going on here, and his belief in the quality of the work that was going on, that is and continues to go on here, whether it's the Jazz Studies program, whether it's the Recording Arts Technology, and now, of course, we have dance program and film. I mean, Tommy's belief in the high quality of work and education that was taking place at that institution has meant an awful lot to all of us, and we're just so incredibly proud to be associated with him, and it's just really an honor, and I'm happy to be here with the bobblehead in this state-of-the-art facility here in downtown Cleveland. So thank you very much.